We're back with Cage Chronicles today, as James to my left, as usual these days, and then the new champ, featherweight, eternal champion, Kevin Kophamel. How we doing,
that
mate?
Sounds nice. That was I was gonna say I was waiting for that. It was a nice intro.
Does it feel good?
I was just trying to draw it out. I was going to say something funny.
Is my microphone working?
Yeah,
I feel weird.
okay. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you great. I was gonna say featherweight champ. I'm happy. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
How do you guys? I don't know what to say about it, to be honest.
No, it's like a massive achievement. It's like amazing. Obviously, we were absolutely over the moon. He didn't stop smiling for the whole weekend.
It was a great weekend. Honestly, just the I think like obviously like the fight, the result, and all of that like is amazing, and it's still kind of sinking in, like being the featherweight champ, like at like top now, kind of like in that regard. It was a goal for so long, and now I'm the champ.
Yeah.
But the entire kind of weekend, just with you guys, like all the smiles, all of the kind of like celebration stuff afterwards, that was like so sick. Like just having like kind of that environment, that atmosphere afterwards. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, you couldn't stop smiling. That nearly made me cry, man. I was like, oh, so good. But
Yeah. Well, we had a little chat like a couple of nights after in the gym as well, and then I was like getting a bit emotional. Then I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry. I don't know, like.
You're not going to cry now. Is that the pink?
Oh man, that's like Alden's bashed my face to pieces.
Tearing up.
So obviously we'll talk to you about the fight and everything, the build up and everything else. Other than your body and stuff, how do you feel afterwards? How would you say you feel? Like obviously when it first happens and you get the title on the day, and the next day obviously you're just a bit sore and things like that. But how do you feel now? Like when you've reflected on it and it's all sunk in, is that just, I think everyone would be interested to how you actually like feeling, you know what I mean?
100%.
Because sometimes it can be like really, really good, and then you have a bit of a down drop, and you're like, oh, or whatever, and then other times that it really sinks in, you think, oh man, I did something really cool there, you know?
For sure. I think like just in general, I feel great. Obviously, like, I'm stoked. Like it's amazing. I'm still loving I'm still getting people like who haven't seen me yet, kind of coming into the gym and congratulating me, and just the support is like overwhelming from everyone. So that's amazing, and I feel really, really good having like experienced kind of like the effect that it's had on people, just the things that people are saying to me as well. So it feels really fulfilling to kind of be able to have the belt, be the champion, kind of validate all the hard work and the effort that we've been putting in, that I've been putting in for like such a long time. Thinking about where I've come from, like in Ireland and stuff, just like my first MMA gym was literally in a little kind of like country, kind of like farm type shed that the coach had kind of built for himself really originally. And then I started training in there, and it was a hobby, and wanted to compete and stuff. And then, you know, I'd love to be like in the UFC competing or fighting for titles one day. All of these kind of ambitions and goals. And then to be in that position where I'm actually doing it, sometimes you forget, or I definitely forget, like almost how far I've come and where we've been from. So like now that the dust has kind of settled, being able to take a moment to like just take it all in, like, is absolutely crazy. You know, all of the times we've flown internationally to fight in places like all over the world, every jits comp, the hours on the mats. We talk about those conversations that we have like weeks and weeks and weeks ago in the gym, like highs and lows, struggling mentally, to then be able to have a conversation afterwards when we've got the belt and we've got like kind of like just, I don't want to use the word evidence, but we can like, we can basically like, you know, show now like, hey, we've got something to show from all of the hard work. Having the belt is cool, and I want to like mess around and kind of be like, yeah, call me the champ now, all this stuff, like let it feel good. But I definitely woke up on the like just a couple of days afterwards, and you have this big high, all the adrenaline, you've had the fight, everything's gone off, and then I was kind of like, now what type of thing, and that was a bit strange. So I was like, this is awesome, but like now kind of what do I do, or what do I focus on? Like, I don't have a routine. Do I train? Do I not train? You let my body recover. Like, kind of a little bit all over the place. But then you even put up the post this week, which was actually really helpful for me, about kind of post-fight. What was it? Post-fight blues post-fight is what blues, you put up. But, like, just everything that you kind of go through afterwards. And having read what you actually posted, really, really validated everything I was going through, because I kind of get these spurts of like feeling really good, energetic. I can chat about it, but then also like some periods of being like quite like not like just like numb and not really having much to say about things and feeling a bit dead. But this week's been awesome, getting back into the gym, training, tipping away, moving the body, my body's really, really healthy and good. And yeah, it's really, really exciting to move forward as well. So I feel great.
It's good. It's good. And again, when you spoke to me about that post-fight blues, that some of the things you were feeling, I'm like, so many people talk to me about that. And this is the perfect opportunity just to write something, because I think people don't realize, because everyone talks about the build-up for the fight, talk about being in the fight, but they don't say afterwards. And you have these like, if you win or you lose, it's sometimes better when you lose, because you have like now a goal of what to work on.
Yeah.
But then you win, and you win in like amazing fashion, like you did, and you got the title, and then you just feel ecstatic, and you just feel a bit low, and you go, I don't know why I feel a bit low. Is that all it is? Type thing. And you, what's the next step? What's the next step? It's always like, what's going higher, going to the next one. And yeah, you do have to sit back and enjoy it and appreciate everything you've done, and go, right, this is cool. Yeah. If this was all like the end of it, this is like so good what I've achieved. Yes. But you know, this is where we're going to go to next. You know, but you need to appreciate what you've already done. But yeah, you do have them days when you win or you lose. The same for you, James. Like you afterwards, you're like, oh, that build. You go to the World Championships, and then there's that build up, and afterwards you're like, oh, okay. And you feel a bit funny. Like you feel like great, you've done it, but there's a low factor afterwards as well. And a lot of guys come up to me and they're sort of saying it to me in a roundabout way, and I'm like, oh, it's just natural, mate. It's natural. It's actually I feel it. Everyone feels it, you know. So
I think that kind of like setting goal, like you said, you know, you've had this big goal that you've been chasing, and like you have, because of that, you can kind of go through the highs and lows of motivation as well, you know. Even when we've done podcasts where we talk about like motivation for training, motivation and mindset for training, and we talk about, well, when training gets hard, how you kind of like remind yourself of why you do it, and all of these things. And it's kind of like the backdrop to that as well. When I perfectly agree. If you're going to train, or even my first fights, I was really glad that I lost a lot, because it gives you like, okay, like don't hang on to that. Like learn from it. And now I've got my clearer steps. But then, like you said, when things kind of go well, I feel like there's a tendency to kind of let that pride set in, because you can kind of just run with it and everything's really, really awesome, and then not have a look at anything that needs improvement. But then you could also like not take in any of the positivity of having won it, be really, really hard on yourself, and look at it as well in a really negative fashion. I guess I'm just trying to have a really good balance, and I'm so glad I've got you guys to kind of like take the highs of the win and the amount that we've actually accomplished together, but then be able to set some goals, have a look at the tape and stuff, maybe some areas to improve, and just get back on that bandwagon of constantly improving and learning, and that's why we do it, isn't it?
So after that reflection of thinking about that fight, do you get a different view or different thought process from the Harry Webb fight? Because obviously you went into that fight, and obviously we all thought you won that fight and didn't get that title, and then you've got your title now. Does it give a different perspective, or not really? Or is there anything you think, okay, that was good because I took something away from the Harry Webb fight to improve, or was it just that's what it was? You're definitely on it. I think like self-belief is an interesting one, because like obviously you need to back yourself like any fight, but like every fighter I would say struggles with like doubts and like anxieties, wanting to do well and perform, and just that kind of fear or pressure. And then when I fought Harry, I didn't have much time to kind of process or think about it leading up, which I think was helpful for the mindset going into it. But then also like when I made that kind of decision as well, you know, if you don't really think about stuff and then you do it, it's almost impulsive. And then you're like, oh, maybe I should have thought about that. That happened for the Harry fight. I was like, maybe I should have thought about this. But we went through it, had faith, like had the fight. And even at the end bell, when I watch it back and I see like my reaction in my face, like from the end bell, I remember how content I was, because I think that self-belief, I didn't know how I was going to do. I was worried about getting knocked out in the first round. My first goal was get out of the first round. Like if I can get out of the first round, then I can prove something today. And I did that. And then after I got out of the first round, I was like, right,
let's get through this round kind of type thing. And then before I knew it, I was like, I was standing in front of him like, this is the last round, championship rounds. And I was like, this is it. I've never done championship rounds. I'm here. Let's go. And I felt it come in. I feel like I actualized and I realized some stuff within myself. And then in the last round, I've spoken about this before, I've had points in that last round where I myself, something I haven't really experienced much, doubt whether I can continue. Usually I'm always like, I can go. But in that fight, the last round, I remember thinking, I don't know if I can stay standing. I don't know if I can keep going. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Whatever was happening, that was happening in my brain. And I remember like I had a moment where I felt like God told me, it was like, it's still light, it's not black yet, so you can keep going. Get through the fight, make it to the bell, and I'm like, I've made it. I've proved so much to myself. I'm so content. We didn't get the win, but that didn't, obviously I would have loved to get the win, but I was like, nah, what I left in there is what I can take out of this. And from that fight, my perspective was like, I need to have faith in what I can do and know what I am capable of, rather than fearing whether I can and trying my best to do it. So this fight, I think mentally, I went in kind of like knowing I can win, which is something that I don't usually do. But that was an interesting state to be in. I knew that I had the capability to win, and I could. Now I've just got to control the emotions, let everything go, and let that happen. And in this fight, I felt more composed. I felt patient. I felt precise, almost a little bit trigger shy. And there were points in the fight where I got excited. I started to let go of stuff. And I definitely went through some adversity. He had my back, highs and lows, but I felt very mature in this fight. And having left it, I felt like it was a very, very determining fight in the sense of my like self-belief. I am the champ now. I know what I am capable of, and I want to carry the belt with responsibility and privilege to do that now that I am the champ.
See, it almost reminds me a little bit of like Rocky. You know, like when Rocky 1. I don't know if you remember Rocky 1, but have you seen it?
Yeah.
And he goes, I just want to go the distance. That's all I want. I just want to go the distance, prove to myself, prove everyone like I'm worthy.
Yeah.
And what you said there sounds like that. And then the second fight's like, I know I can win this, and then go and make. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll
just
take that.
It reminds me of that a little bit. You know what I mean?
I love
It's
that.
funny though, because it's like you said, you're always back. You don't go into a fight thinking I'm going to lose or anything, right? You go into a fight always backing yourself, but
you say that, but sometimes people do go in like that. Sometimes people
but
go
like,
in and then
I'm talking about Kev, right? Like he said, he always backs himself, but the Harry Webb, it changed something where you went. And now I know I can definitely actually win. Like, I'm gonna win, blah blah blah. But that was a change, and I've been with you heaps where like the amount of people that must say to you, "Oh, I think you won that fight," and you always answer the same thing. You're like, you don't say much. You're just like, yeah, because both things, right? Like you can probably look at it both ways. One way, you won anyway. Like just you won with getting to the end of that fight, finishing the way you did. Whether you got the win or not, doesn't matter. Like you won in that sense.
Within myself, yeah.
And then on the other hand as well, sometimes you could look at it the other way and be like, oh, why didn't I get the win, you know? And you always take the other way, which helps you build, like, and even though the amount of people that say to you, oh, we think you won, you just go, oh, yeah, you know, like, well, maybe, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. You did win in a sense, and that made you be able to...
100%. I'll take the loss and I'll learn from my losses, type thing. And then, like, if, because it is hard, like, I still fight it myself. Like I don't, you know, if I really kind of looked at it and I watched back and I was looking at the strikes and stuff, and I'm counting it up, and I'm kind of like getting a bit caught up between the belt and what I was, like, I could get a bit bitter with it, and that's not good for me mentally. It's not good for my training. Doesn't mean anything. And I felt like it would have taken away, even some of the guys going back and forth about it. Like, I don't like it taken away from the fight. I think the fight was awesome, and it is what it is. And that fight happened, and the decision was made, and that's like brought us to where we are now. And I trust in that. Like, so I think it's really cool the kind of like the evolution. Like as we go through these fights, we're all learning together, growing together as well. What about? I want to ask you, from you being in my corner for the Harry fight. Compared to being in the corner for the Justin fight, was there any difference in your perspective? Or
I was more confident in the corner.
Okay.
Like, so I was in the Harry Webb fight. It was an unknown. He's a knockout artist. He's a weight above. I was a lot more, God, just get through this round. Like, do this, do that. I'm trying to give you stuff to do while you're in there. With Justin, I was pretty confident. You just looked like you knew the things I wanted you to work on in there. You knew the things I wanted you to avoid. Like when I was like saying, make sure you don't give this and don't give that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And there was only one point in the fight in the second round where I'm like, oh, this could go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
But then then that was really good because then you're underneath all that pressure and adversity was there and you just managed to stay calm. There's one point when you stopped and you had the choke on you and you stopped and you were like, I was like, oh, what's happening? And you started, like, boom, and you just readjusted and you just like slowed everything down.
Yeah.
And then you found yourself and then...
I remember that moment.
Yeah, and then it was just like from there, it was like, poof, and it was back on again.
Yes.
But I was more composed and I was still like screaming and like, you know, like you want to do certain things, but yeah.
I think
it was a different intensity, I would say.
Yeah,
definitely was.
I think it felt the same, like more confident in your abilities and everything. But also in a way, the build up like felt a little bit more stressful. I don't know, just because.
Well, it was a longer build up, wasn't
it? We're getting to the, like more like that pointy end right now. Like this is like the breakthrough moment for Kev. Like we know you can do it, and it's like we're getting into this upper echelon. The other one was a, you know, short notice. We're here, boom. Okay, he's got an upper weight class. He's fighting for the belt. Yeah. Let's go for it. Whereas this is like, okay, now this is set out. We've worked on this. We worked on that. Like, you know, you were working on those escapes. This is the worst place to work. And right before the fight, you were like, you guys need to chill out. You said to me and him. And I'm like,
you were stressed.
And I'm like, no, I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm like pacing up and down. Normally out the back, I'm like, you know, we try to be as
calm
as possible. But I did know that for this one, I was just really like... like a bit like that, and you were like, you guys need to relax. And I'm chill.
I was probably
chill. He's like, yeah, I'm chill.
I was probably saying it more for myself because like I did this thing. If people are looking at me, like just multiple people are looking at me, and I haven't like said anything to the point where like I expect people to look at me, and I just noticed there's like 4 people looking at me. I'll get a bit like when myself, why are you looking at me? And I think you guys were just like, James gave me some advice, and then like Steve said something.
Actually it was.
And then I was like telling myself some stuff, and then I was kind of like, and then heard something again, and heard something again, and I got a bit like, wait, what did he say a second ago?
I think it was like we were working on that body lock stuff, and then I said something, and Steve's like, and this, and then I'm like, and this, and then he's like,
you could also do this, and just don't forget about that, and then just also you could do that, or just strike. But if you want, you could just do this. And I was just I
think that's what it was. It's like we're getting to that pointy end. We know you can make it, and it was starting to be like, and you're starting to think like, have we covered everything? Have we done everything? And when you said that, actually, it was good because then we both went, okay, just stop now, just stop. Like, that's it. Like,
and do you know what that reminded me of?
Yeah.
It was a little bit like, I was thinking about different things, but you know when Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman? Have you ever seen it when they're in the passageway?
Before the fight?
Yeah. Have you seen that video?
Explain it, chat to me.
So basically, he's in the video, and then all these guys are behind him, and like George Foreman's this massive, like obviously champion. He's a massive dude, knocking people out, and then everyone just stood behind him and it's like such a massive stadium. And he goes, "What the hell's wrong with you guys?" He goes, "I'm the one fighting. Why you guys?
Why you all tense
and the way he did it, and he just like trying to break the tension and stuff.
It was good though because we both did. We just both backed off then, and then we were like that, and then we all chilled out. And I was like, he's the one. We're just putting our stress on him now. But that a few things I noticed was like. In the lead up to the fight, like we were working that body lock position and stuff, the back control, and like some of the things you were doing, and you're getting caught, you're getting choked, and blah blah blah. And then, but what makes the difference is usually like, so if somebody goes out there, that's when everything shrinks down, right? That's when all your knowledge and your technique, all the fluff goes out the window. You lose a lot of stuff that you know, and it's like tunnel vision. And then like when we're training, sometimes you're dropping both hands or whatever it might be. And we're like, no, like do the, or you're not collecting the right, you're going the wrong way. Okay, no, the other way, Kev. And then in the fight, you just do it all right. Like Steve said, like you were just there and you were calm. And then you just like, for that instance, you were like going down to wedge the leg. And then as soon as it started getting bad up here, you would let go, come back and fight the hands. And then, like, you weren't necessarily doing that in training. No. But then on the night, in the moment, you you do it all like.
We were drilling wedge in the leg, and I thought, when you were there, and I was like, he's probably not going to do it. And then you did it. I was like, oh, and I was like, no, he's just wedging the leg.
Hips down,
you did it,
back,
and that stopped him from turning his hips. And then you did this. Then you came back up top, and I was like, oh, he's listening.
Yeah, like you just did it, you know, and then that's like what sets, I guess, the top of the top apart from the other people, is that like when it's in that moment, you under the lights, you can make it happen.
No,
you know?
thank you. I think a hard thing with fighting is like and you definitely experience this coaching, where you're like teaching like a singular point, like, and then someone will kind of chip in, like let's say you're teaching a jab, and then someone's like, well, can't you just like slip and throw a cross back? And it's like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Like, but right now we're doing this in this circumstance or environment, right? And I think that sometimes, obviously, you can think with this kind of mindset of like, I don't want to get caught, I don't want to do the wrong thing. But obviously MMA is such a vast, like, there's so many different things that can happen in MMA fight from a striking or a technique point of view. When we were drilling stuff, I try to like go through every circumstance or like every, almost like Google Maps. If I've been down this road, I'm familiar with it, I can know where to turn and where to go, and I've got decisions to make. But then that being said, when you're training that stuff, you'll put yourself in some environments or circumstances that you may not necessarily want to be in the fight, but I'll do it just in case type thing. And that's why we had that funny moment. Like, I remember came in half an hour before to do the coaches session. It was with James, and we were going through the jiu-jitsu stuff. And it's funny because, like, in the back of my mind, I know as well, like, oh, like, you know, I don't want to be in this position, but if I get to this position, I want to be able to get out, so I need to prepare for that. And then, like, you're walking in, and it's just funny. You just see the eyes, and it's kind of like, I'm looking at you like, oh, I know what he's going to say already. Like, why am I drilling this? Because this is in the memory bank, and then I do this, and then I end up in a bad position. There's so many ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah, there is,
But I think it's awesome that, like, obviously, I mean, like, we get annoyed at each other, like, training, but then we've had days where it's just, like, clicking, everything's great. But we go through all of it. Sometimes it's really easy, smooth sailing. Sometimes, like, we'll argue like little kids, like, about how we do things. But at the end of the day, like, you've got a wealth of knowledge. You've got a wealth of knowledge. I'm very young, my knowledge coming up. But the fact that we can all go through all of that, and then be able to have like a fight and then have that result, I think it's so cool. And it makes me feel really, really happy, and that I'm in the right place as well. Because with those doubts, anxieties and stuff, you know, like, you're drilling something with me and I'm like, I think I should do this anyway. This is good. I'm listening. I'm trying to, you know, really give my all. And then like Steve will come in. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. We'll do this. We'll do that. And remember, we're going to try to keep this as the game plan. I'm trying to keep all these things in my head. And then when you come to the fight, you're standing there and you're about to fight, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? Oh, but I don't know yet. It's about to happen, and you're kind of like, wait, I really hope these things come out. Like, I really hope these things come out. Like, I really hope I don't do exactly what Steve told me not to do 3 weeks ago. But like, we're about to find out, and then, you know, you go through it, and then to have the reactions where we look back at it, and it is a bit funny, like, but you see it work out and you see it go to plan. It's just like, man, I'm in the right spot. Yeah. Like, we're doing the right thing, like, and we're going down the right path, win or lose, you know. Yeah. Like, but yeah, it's awesome, man. It's really, really cool.
The thing with MMA, you zig the wrong way or zag the wrong way, it can go very, very wrong. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that you're not doing the right thing. It's just at that point, it was a split-second decision. Or you did grab with the right hand instead of the left hand, or you slipped to your left and you got head kicked, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Anything can happen in MMA. That's what makes it cool as well, because then you can get that yourself. You know what I mean? Like, everything's going wrong, and then suddenly you throw that right hand and
flip of a coin.
100%.
You know how you're saying, like, people are still coming in congratulating you now? That's been a weird thing for me. I was at the cafe this morning, I'm sitting there having a coffee, and this dude like walks in, sees me, and he's like, "Oh, hey, bro, congratulations!" And I'm like, what did I do? And then I realise he's talking about you winning the belt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's just like, congrats, man. Like, congratulating me.
Really?
In IGA, I was in there, I was grabbing something after work. There was one down where I live. And I went in, and I was like going to the counter, and I'm behind this woman. And this young lad behind the counter, he looks at me, and he's like going, he goes, you just see him get excited. And I'm like,
eyes light up.
I see my top, maybe he turned it, I don't know. And I went to the front, he goes, oh. He goes, "Oh, Kev did well on the weekend, didn't he?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
like
that's
really
awesome.
good." And he was like, "Congratulating us." And I was like, "I don't think he trains at the gym. I don't think he did ever train at the gym, but like he knew about it, which was
mental.
pretty cool."
So that happened to you in a cafe. Did you say today?
Today, Brian Shields from the podcast I told you about, Whitey. There's the two of them. So Brian Shields seen me. Shout out Grin Reapers podcast. Yeah, he saw me this morning at the cafe. So it's like 2 weeks later because it's been happening across the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And guys, they don't say like, "Oh, congrats to Kev." They're like, "Oh, congratulations, mate."
We're all one.
Like,
we are all one.
I'm like, well, I didn't do anything, but it's like, that was this morning. It's like 2 weeks later. I was like, what's he talking about? And then I realized, like, he's like, good on you, like getting after it. Like,
that's so funny. Ren had a woman stop her at the petrol station as well. And came up to her and was like, "Hi, like I know it's a bit weird, like I know you probably don't know me or anything like that. It's probably weird that I know who you are, but like congratulations to Kevin and all that stuff as well." That's mad. Like
I've seen people like come into the gym and they do it to you as well. Like they're like, "Congrats on the win" to Steve and stuff like. And it's like, it's pretty cool, Like everyone's like really supportive.
Robin's used to it all the time. We're always getting stopped and is that Robin? Is that Rob? I'm like, what the hell? I'm here. Who are you?
Yeah, legit.
Shall we? Do you watch the fight then?
I'm so down.
So what we're thinking of doing is just watching the fight and going through it and just.
You got more?
Yeah, mate.
Okay. I was just gonna drink it.
James is getting on it now.
I was just gonna hit
all
it.
that hard work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course you were. And we got some chicken wings as well.
Alrighty.
It should be at the right spot. So that we'll go through it, guys. So if you wanted to watch it at home with us, we're going to start it right at the beginning. It's going to be straight away from the tail of the tape. So he did have some height on you, 180 to 170. Are you 171?
Everyone has height. I was going to say,
reach 185 to your 171, and then he was a bit heavier.
Yeah. Is that what he weighed in?
Yeah. How did that affect you with the weight, do you reckon?
It was interesting. I mean, like, I have a lot of respect for Justin. When I went to the weigh-ins, I saw him like weighing in with the towel, and I was like, oh, like is he on weight or is he struggling or anything? And obviously got a bit caught up, and I saw that he was over. I just had a little chat with him, and look, it is what it is, like with weight cutting, like fighters, it is a hard process. Sometimes things don't go to plan. I was worried whether or not it would affect much in terms of the grappling, because obviously, like, I was like trying to be aware of the grappling, make sure that I was like on point with my my decisions, and I was wondering if he was a bit heavier, if that would like make it a bit harder, what he'd feel like. Yeah. But in that first round, when I kind of got hold of him and stuff like that as well, I was like, nah, I think it's all right. Yeah, it's all good. So I don't think the weight was that much of an issue or anything like that.
I mean, it could have been more of a negative, especially if he's. Then I didn't look too bad at the weight cut. Like I thought he could have gone a bit more, but you never know with someone. Why'd you go back to the start?
Oh, sorry, I'll go back to it.
Oh, you guys keep talking while I find the fight.
No, that's all good. Sorry, I thought
I hadn't started yet.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. There you go.
Yeah,
sorry, I totally messed up. I thought I was about to go.
It's alright. It's okay.
I think
I'm a fighter, not a tech. Well, I don't even know what to call it. What is this? What is this?
Technician.
Is it a technician? Huh? IT.
IT.
There you go.
Like you said, the weekend was like really good, but the whole thing was smooth as well. Like the whole weekend was just smooth and chill, and like the weight cuts where he obviously had that little bit of adversity straight off the bat with him missing weight, and then it's like, how do you take that? And you were just like,
take it in your stride,
whatever. And we were all. This is something I'm like happy with. Is like obviously Justin copped a lot of, like we saw he was getting like trolled hard online and stuff like that, and we were all like. I've always been nice to him. Been out the back when Olden fought in the same warm-up room as him with Joe Lopez and stuff. So, and they were sweet. And then none of us like said anything or were mean or anything like
Justin,
that. And then he's been great. He
was super respectful. He was super respectful to me. Like I was gonna say, I have no qualms with Justin at all. I even think he's gonna come over to watch a UFC in Perth or something. And we were chatting about catching up when he's coming over as well. Got heaps of respect for the guy.
He's a great fighter and stuff.
It's awesome to share the cage with him. Like. Yeah, it was big for me, man. I was really excited for the challenge.
And that kept it smooth as well, just because he didn't make a big deal out of it, and then just carry on.
Got it done. No, I love it. Right, we're back to the
back to here. So right at the very start, awesome. I think it's like what 2
hours.
This is me
50
walking into the cage.
Seconds.
How are you feeling now when you're moving backward and
I'm
forward?
shitting it.
Are you really?
Yeah, they say nerves and excitement is the same. I'm trying to breathe.
You're very nervous, very excited.
I'm very excited then. I guess like when I'm in the cage here, I'm trying to like move around, keep some heat in my body. I get very like anti, and then like, so if I can kind of just keep moving and not stay static, that's nice. So I try to move around a little bit. I try to not keep flicking my eyes off in different areas and stuff. Try to like take it all in, look at the cage, look at the canvas, look at him, not for any specific reason, just to be okay with the fact that I'm in a cage with him, I'm looking at him, he's in front of me, I'm going to have to look at him in a second, and I'm going to go to business, but not getting too tunnel vision, like, like staring at him or anything like that.
What about when you've gone in the centre now? Obviously, the ref's giving you final comments and stuff, so how are you feeling there? Just ready to go?
So I walk up, little bit of just kind of like a size up and a check, deep breath, push it out, get back to my my side, and this is the point where I say, right, let's go. So usually I try to relax, but now I'm sitting in my stance, I'm going, right, let's go. Touch gloves, trying to come out, find my distance and stuff. Here I was trying to, obviously...
You're trying not to move too quick for your body and stuff?
Yeah, I have a bit of, just with the excitement, sometimes you come out.
But a lot more composed here, not as rushed.
Yeah, I was... trying to maybe force out the first shot, like stand at a range where I could get him to go and kind of see if I could feel it or defend it and force out the first one.
I was thinking here, when he grabbed your leg, so you kicked him, and a few times you grabbed that leg, and then you just punched him in the head, but you didn't seem concerned that he was going to take you down.
So when he caught my leg here...
And does it again as well. And you just punch
I knew
him.
he just wanted to hold onto my leg and get to the body, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll trust my balance, I'll hop... And I usually like throwing those punches anyway when someone's holding my leg, because they've got both hands on my leg. So I'll just throw punches. And I did that for a bit, and I felt like that flustered him, and that allowed me to get to this position.
So when you went here and then you turned him, was that a bit of a relief of he's not as like overpowering strong than me?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So he kind of drove me to the cage first, but having gotten the reversal, controlling him, and I remember thinking, I'm controlling. I'm pressuring him to the fence. I've got him. Like, I'm winning right now at least. I'm feeling him. And this is where I was trying to stay composed, breathe, and decide what it was I wanted to do. It was funny. I remember after this round, you're like, why am I forcing the grapple? But yeah, this was a good relief for me, holding this position.
And then I noticed then, and you mentioned it in the fight, how slippy the canvas was. You were slipping on.
I need to get a pedicure or something on my feet.
You said that from as soon as you stood in there, you were saying that to us. Yeah,
it's slipping here when you're trying to push it.
You can see my feet slide. Hey, I don't know if it's just all the years training in the gym, calloused feet and stuff. Yeah, but it was a little bit slippy. But once I sweat a lot anyway, so once I start sweating, I was like, I get a bit more grip.
So you got that first hook in.
Yeah, he didn't block that hook at all there, did he?
Yeah, this was interesting because getting that single hook in on his back now, I just wanted to control. I didn't want to get too excited.
Yeah, you weren't getting too high. You were staying low on his hips. So we're 2 minutes 30 into
this bit panicked me a bit when you went to your back, and I thought he was going to turn on you, but then you managed to obviously recover from there and then get straight back up.
Yes. And then back to the feet then here now. I felt good that where those grappling exchanges went on the fence. So I was just trying to back him up here a little bit and just trying to kind of get back to a little bit of striking. I was interested to see how much he would shoot, like after that first exchange.
That was a good shot, yeah.
Yeah. The level change in, we did a lot on pads and stuff as well. I was making those angles off. That head kick was actually quite close with the knee.
I thought it almost hit with the knee there.
It was close.
Yeah, because I said to Steve, I was worried because he was catching nearly every single kick he threw. He was trying to catch and then obviously he's a really good grappler. Yes. And I said that to Steve. I said he's catching and he goes, doesn't matter, he's eating them.
They were difficult.
He hadn't taken you down yet. Every time you stuffed it.
I wasn't worried. So when Jim said to me, I was like, pretty good. Like he's eating all that power.
Yeah.
And you weren't like in even any kind of worrying situation of being taken down. You were so composed.
Stopped every single one, but I just thought like as
Potential.
time goes, will he get you down? But he wasn't finding an issue with it.
And then last
you got a 2-on-1 in here. He had a 2-on-1 on you.
This was interesting. Yes, he had a very strong 2-on-1. He was very, very good with his grips.
I thought he'd have a strong grip.
He was very good. He was controlling my arm very, very well. This 2-on-1 grip. It was kind of a little bit frustrating. You see him, I'm trying to kind of like get it out, decide what I wanted to do. So that was quite
for
good.
the arm drag to the back. I think he had one on your wrist and one on the tricep there.
Made very good decisions in there. He felt very on point.
Him.
As in,
I thought I was impressed
from the grappling
with him.
decisions.
I was impressed. He was very fast. He knew where he wanted to go, and it was like that's why he's dangerous on the floor. I mean, he's had a heap of fights, you know.
Yeah, it was good shots. Even
see
those.
How you just like you would pick him up most of the time when he would go in. You would just lift him.
Yeah.
But I was like, if he gets you down on one, like obviously he's got good ground, but
because all the training we were doing, that was the last 10 seconds. Now was to strike. He level change with him.
Yeah.
And now he can't access your legs. Bring him back up, and as long as he doesn't get his hands behind.
Yeah, because you're doing great at that. Yeah, every time it was just like you were just dropping so quick and then picking him back up.
Yeah.
And he was just like every time because he was doing good at like timing it and catching you. But then you were just like...
Yeah, he was very quick. Like, even on... Like, obviously throwing my kicks, like, pretty fast. Like, and he was still, like, catching them. I was still happy to throw them because, like I said, I threw a big... I went southpaw and I stepped off and I saw him level change. Yeah. And I blasted a left kick. And when he level changed, my knee was...
Just missed
it. Just on the replay, it was like...
I think that was it just then.
It kind of went to the chest and I remember I was like, oh, that was close.
So what are you thinking in the corner now? You sat down, obviously I'm giving you stuff to think about. What are you thinking after the first round?
I'm thinking I was happy with it. I was thinking, okay, cool. That's the first one done. I've felt him now. I reckon I've got like enough, I don't want to use the word advantage, but like I can control him if I'm in the good position on the fence or anything like that. I wanted to work my striking more in this round. Yeah. But I was still a little bit like tentative of the takedown. Yeah. And I definitely feel like I found my timing way more in that third round. Like here, I'm really happy with my takedown defense, but it'll be good to watch now. But obviously, I'll get my back taken this round. I remember thinking I wanted to strike more, but then in these grappling exchanges, maybe I just got a bit caught up. When you're in a position like this, like for me, it's kind of like
that was the
illegal knee. I don't like seeing that. I swear down though. In my defense, I don't even say that.
Don't even say it, you got it wrong.
I got it wrong. It was my bad. My bad. Is because the whole grounded. He was definitely grounded. He was 1000% grounded. I just I thought the ref would tell like kind of.
Yeah, you said that to me, and then he said
because I was sat with you when he was telling you. I was like, he didn't say that.
Oh, he didn't?
He didn't say that, because you were like, I'm like, no, just chill out. He didn't say
okay.
So, it was just, and again, it was one of them things that, and I thought you hit him in the chest from where we were stood. And then I seen obviously seen now, and I seen his face with the split. So I was like, just like chill.
Obviously, it happens like really quickly. Like you're kneeing him, next minute he's down, you're throwing a knee, and it hits. But
I didn't do it intentionally. Like hand on my heart, I didn't do it intentionally. It is. I mean, yes. I mean, sorry, Justin, as well.
And then same thing here. Like Justin, like he's just like good sport.
He's been a champ about it. This is why I've got respect for him, man. Look at him. Look, thumbs up, all good. Let's go. Like, I really appreciate that. He's a real fighter. Like and here we go. This is kind of where I get a bit like, right, okay, I kind of messed up there. I need to switch on a little bit now. I was happy with the leg kicks.
That was a good leg kick because it really buckled.
Yeah, I think I went back to it again. Yeah, I was happy with those.
Which one does he throw the spin kick?
Yeah,
I was
when
like,
he did that.
I didn't expect that.
I wasn't expecting it. He did it, and I was like, did he just throw a spin kick at me?
You know what's funny is like you think of him as a grappler, right? People would say like he's like a grappler, but he's had that many fights. Like surely he's like can strike.
No, he's not striking.
I was happy with that little because he was level changing. So I was like, I'll touch his leg upward elbow.
Yeah,
one of my first fights in
Whoa, flying elbow there.
Flying. What were you thinking
when I went off there, yeah. I saw him leap in the air.
Flying 12-6 elbow.
Yeah,
man.
and I was just like...
That was pretty cool.
My automatic reaction was like, duck, get the takedown.
Oh, here we go.
Here, okay, watching it back, you tell me what I did wrong here. I just shouldn't have turned and give...
Yeah, you turned into where you had the leg over your arm as well.
Yeah.
And it was just like you're moving into the... He's secured the back and the real estate between the wall and you. So you were not in a great position. It would have been better, obviously, if you can get that back to the wall. But now you're here, and it was just like, okay, take your time, and you were patient, you know.
And you can't avoid talking about like what he's doing right as well. Like he rode your leg and stuff against the cage. He was very good at like getting a deep hook in and just like that sort of thing. You know?
I was trying to get my elbow in.
He was very good here too. Tripped you out there, dropped you to the floor.
It's interesting. Just back to what you were saying a second ago. You were chatting about his striking. I can't remember what fight, whether I was fighting or whether I was in the corner or something. But one of my first like fights in Eternal, I watched him like fight like Costa, and he knocked out Costa.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? I was like still caught up. Like, so it was weird fighting him a little bit as well, because I watched him a lot when I was younger.
So now we're into like this bit here. Like obviously, me and Steve is sweating now, a little bit sweating.
I was
this is where if he's gonna win, this is his spot. Like we could, I think he's won 5 fights from the body triangle.
We knew he was gonna go the body lock and then go for the choke, but he's not gonna rush the choke.
Yeah,
like he's gonna stay there and just keep trying and keep trying.
And he's got a great body triangle.
The body triangle was very impressive. I was definitely, when I first got here, I was definitely thinking, oh no, but then I took that breath. Try to get that 2-on-1 on that wrist, which we drilled.
This is what I was talking about before. It's like this was the spot where I was thinking like if you're gonna make it like mistakes or missteps, it'll be here, and you just didn't. You just kept coming back and hand fighting. You'd go down to wedge the leg. You'd come back to hand fight. You would switch your hips the right way, then switch back, collect the leg. Like you did everything 2-on-1. Just to stop that choke, you know? Like,
which is what his defense is. So when he gets his back taken, he uses the 2-on-1 as a defense so that you can like find a way to get out.
Yeah.
And then so you did the same thing to him.
Yeah. And then here...
And you were sort of almost turning now, but I knew he was going to switch his hip.
Very good,
so there you wedge the leg, you wedge the knee.
I did.
And you were looking, but then I think in a minute you let go and then he turns back onto your back, I think.
He does, because I was trying to switch here with that body triangle. He was very good at getting to my back.
Yeah, he was trying to follow you up, but you couldn't because you wedged him. And then as soon as you let it go, he came up. So I'm getting excited. Yeah, it's a grappling bit. There's some grappling happening.
100%. It's James, especially, mate. He's all in on the action.
See how he's hooked your foot here?
Yes.
Yeah, he's very good. Like, very good. That's a body triangle and a little leg hook there.
I think I tried to kick my left leg back here, get around that body triangle, and then here I knew there was space, so I shifted.
And then
but then, too excited, leapfrog,
Which is what I've been working on, is like, if he's set back, don't do it, but it's easy done in a fight, like just to jump.
I think you just cleared his leg, because it was even at the back in the when we were warming up, he was working on that little dope mount position.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's going to go to dope mount, and your leg just went over his leg, and that allowed him to come out the back, you know?
That was frustrating for me.
If it was just a little bit short, you would have pinned.
So you can see there.
So between like the first round, is that what you're thinking now?
There, I was frustrated. You can see because I had my back taken, and I obviously didn't want that to happen in the fight. But I was there. I was happy I got out of it. I was a little bit frustrated because when I did finally get out, I got too excited, and then I lost the position, and I actually shouted out like, "Fuck." And then after that, I think I realized as well. I was like, no, I just lost my emotion there. I just got pissed off. I just shouted that out. Chill out. Get back to the corner. Settle it down again. Because he was so fast. He was so quick. I was like, I can't lose my head. So I think here, deep breath. Settle it back down. Listen to what you're saying. And then let's go out. And then this is the one where I was like, right, I've had my 2 like feelers now. I've grappled with him, and I felt that he was on my back. I don't want to be there again. Yeah. I don't want to initiate that. So let's try and get some striking going now.
I kind of felt a little bit relieved in a way. I was like, you just survived like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
You escaped, even though you had that little leapfrog moment. But you did escape the worst case scenario. If he was going to finish you, like that,
I couldn't have seen any other point where he could have finished you. Like it was just if he took you back.
That was the point he was going to finish. So it was like kind of after that, I felt a little bit more like relieved. I was like, okay.
So now he's slowing down, and then that was an easy takedown stoppage there. Yeah. And now you find your range.
Yeah. So this is where I started to get a little bit of like momentum and success. I think like when I did start to land some stuff and where he would move and why. So I think I'd get some knees off as well. In this round.
So also, if you switch it and think about him, he just had you in his best place, like best case scenario, and he didn't finish you. So now he will be like a little bit feeling that, you know.
Yeah, I did well though. He was still coming good. He surprised me with the combos. Surprised me with the combos he was throwing. I was just really.
What was it? 28 fights or whatever it is. Yeah,
like, he's definitely
a lot of fights.
I was really waiting for the just like the shots and stuff, but He's so good. He was going for it here.
Yeah,
I remember. I was like, all right. I was like, okay.
And then that was a good little shoot, but yeah,
that
just
was
again,
the other day was the switch.
Yes, we did that the other day, and then here when I hit that knee he dropped, and then the ref said, "Defend yourself, Justin." So here I just unloaded.
Right, yeah, did you think there was almost a fin?
I thought it was going to be, but then I'm like, if he isn't, Kev's going to be a bit tired here.
Yeah, because I started going.
There's a chance here to stop him, right?
Elbows, knees, everything, but he was doing really well. He's just holding me, so I was like, okay, let's not gas out, let's not burn out anything. Let's just let's stay smart. Let's get back to
level change was good for the switch there.
Thank you. Here I got a nice knee. Again, I was trying to be precise with
that one hurt,
But that bit there, I had a lot of people asking me, why didn't you just like go in like flat out?
Because Stephen told me to be patient and precise.
Had so many people saying that, and I'm like, because he doesn't want to rush in and then get caught with something.
I didn't. So them knees were landing. Everyone was landing.
Yeah, and here again, like it's almost hard. Like I want to go, but it'll come. Exactly. I remember I was saying that it'll come.
Anything can happen.
The elbow there was beautiful.
He's a professional.
Left elbow.
That one was money.
Yeah.
And then I was happy.
Now you're really picking him apart now.
Yes.
I think you can sort of smell like the blood now.
I was. Again, that's that line between like smelling blood, but then
not crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it only takes one shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
A second ago, I got excited and he got my back. Yeah. Again, I lost the position. So here I was like, okay, it'll come. This is interesting. I still wanted to strike. Obviously, I kind of nearly finished. I felt like I nearly finished him on the feet.
Breather. No.
Yeah, I was going to separate and strike here, but he did this 2-on-1 again.
On
my arm, and that was again just back to the grappling and stuff.
He's looking for that arm drag.
I tried to.
He definitely is, because you can get to your back again off of there.
Yeah. I just tried to kick out. I actually just tried to boot his leg when we were on the fence. And then it just kind of turned into a takedown. Because here we're in the fence now. I remember here he nearly got me, but I managed to just get him over my hips, and I was like, right, now I can turn him. Here I had a big wind of like, let's go, because that was close. He nearly got me down, so I kicked his foot, and then here I was just trying to control, and I was like, okay, I wanted to be on top.
You got a staple here.
Yeah, there you go. You got like that like dope mountain variation.
I wanted to be on top, and I wanted to like land punches. But he was very, like, when I said he made smart decisions, he felt like where he was putting his base and weight was like really interesting. Like I didn't feel super comfortable to just let go of stuff, but I was trying to just control the positions, you know, because I lost some.
He's got his 2-on-1 there now as well. Like that
what he did in the first round is this one. He straightened his leg but kicked it out. Like you try and straighten his leg, but he straightened it out and he was able to turn into you.
Yeah. And then here I was going for my top hook.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get to his back a little bit more.
This seemed to take forever. This turnover. Like when we're in the corner, but then you watch it, it's not as much as it was.
Yeah. And then here, I was thinking, right, I'm going to try and scissor my legs, get to mount. But then he turned, and what I drilled with James, I just caught it. Here, I remember it was on my fingers, and I was like, I don't know. And then I just started praying, and it sunk in, and I just like got it. And I remember just thinking squeeze with everything I had.
Well, you see his face going red, and I was like...
That finishing sequence was... Steve was yelling at you to go to mount, and you did, because he was like, you'll finish from mount, you'll finish him, and so you were trying to go to mount, but then he did exactly what we had worked on. He blocked you from mount with that, just sticks his arm out like this to block, and then you started to switch for that Rotolo routine, and then Steve goes, I'm literally like, I see it there, but he's like, go to mount. I'm like, go to mount. And then
he
starts
the risk,
blocking. Yeah, the risk, obviously, because it could go wrong. And then you get it. So then as you start to go for it, I'm literally like, if it goes wrong, and then exactly
it's
like what we're talking
all
about.
your fault.
But he goes, oh shit, he's going for it, and I'm like, because if it goes bad, and then when I could see your fingers just hanging onto your bicep, and I was like, hope, because we talked about switching to the gable or the short.
Yeah, I
was like, maybe he'll switch, but then what you did, which we didn't talk about, was you put the body triangle on. And then I think the body triangle plus the choke
angled it all.
Like that's what cinched.
But even when I got that body triangle, and then we kind of like I swear we just kind of like shifted, and I felt it just like boom.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, and then from that point, I remember just like squeezing, and you're in your head, I'm like, am I gonna get it? Am I not gonna get it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I gonna burn myself out? Am I not gonna burn myself out? And I was like, I don't know if he's gonna tap. And then that's what I was like, no, like God, like just squeeze, like, and I did. And then when I got the tap, just huge sense of relief and everything. Yeah. It's just like, no way. And then man, this is just.
I mean, that's what makes him so good as well. Is like most people, he would have got to mount in that position, but like Justin, like being such a good grappler, he just put his arm there, and then it completely blocks the mount. But it just happened to be that we worked on that submission from the seatbelt.
Yes.
Otherwise, he's thinking he's a bit safe there now. He's stopped you, and then like
it just takes that defense out with the arm. Because I mean, remember when I walked in and you were showing him in the gym, and we're a week out or 2 weeks out, and I'm like,
1 week out.
What the fuck are you doing? I was like, I want him on your back. I want him on top. I want him here. And I think like obviously you can get on your back, and I thought at some point you're going to get on your back, but like let's not give him something new to work on.
It wasn't new though.
No, I know it wasn't new, but I'm like going, oh man, because I'm thinking, don't get in your head, Kev. Don't go to your back. Don't get your back. But then when it was there, I was like, oh. It's there.
I felt like Homer Simpson, when he just backs into the bushes, because I was like, I literally didn't say anything. He's like, get on top. I'm like, get on top. I can see that you could go for it, but I'm like, get on top. Yeah, get on top. And then he's like, he'll finish if he gets on top. I'm like, get on top. And then you're going for it, and I'm just literally like, and he goes, oh shit, he's going for it. I felt like leaving.
Who shouted squeeze first? Who shouted squeeze?
I think we were all shouting squeeze.
Okay,
but then I seen him, and I think he's going to get it, and I seen his face, I was like, he's going to get it.
Yeah.
He's going out. And I was like, don't let go.
100%. I squeeze on everything.
And isn't it funny, though? People will say to you, like, oh, it didn't look like it was that tight. It didn't look like he was going to finish. And I'm like, man, like, when you're in there,
train.
And
just train.
Yeah, and you're tired. Like, I was like, he's just been hitting the head for 3 rounds, like, puffing.
100%.
Your blood pressure is going. And then plus that body, you can tap people just with a body triangle. And you put that on. You didn't even know you did that, because afterwards I said you finished.
I think it all just happened really fast.
I said you finished him with like from his position.
Yeah.
And then you were like, what? I was like, yeah, put the body triangle.
What did I do?
And
I did good.
We're going squeeze both, because sometimes you'll put the body triangle on, you don't just really you just hold it. You like people in general, not you, but. It's like you don't think to like pressure that and attack this, and with both, like
100%.
But I could see your fingers, and I was like, because maybe if that slips and he turns.
Oh well, if it slipped, then that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, if he doesn't tap it, this doesn't slip.
Because the week before, he's like,
oh.
He comes in and you're like, yeah, James just showed me this, and this, and then if you go to your back, and he's like, don't go to your back. Like, why are you telling him to go to your back? I'm not telling him to go to your back. I said, if he goes to his back,
happens.
And he's like, I don't want you to go to back, and you're like, I'm not going to go to my back, and I'm like, but just in case he goes.
At the time, I'm like, he knows what to do from his back. Yeah. Don't be putting in his head to jump to his fucking back.
Yeah.
That's the most risky. Because again, if you just slipped a little bit.
Oh, yeah, terrible
and again, like in the first round, 100%. Would you finish that submission? I'm not sure. I'm not sure because you'd beaten the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And now he's like, when you get there, you're beaten down. It's almost like that Street Fighter 2 and your energy levels going down. It's going down. And then you're like, I'm stuck. I can't find him. And it's like, it's totally different.
But
like, it just all seemed to come together, like you showing him that, doing the game plan. It's just like, it was just
everything came together. It was, it was definitely a very, very, like, from my fights, from me, like, some people even, like, they say, like, man, I don't know what you're going to throw or what you're going to do in your fight. Like, when you fight, like we're, like, all on edge because no one knows what you're going to do. And I was cool, but I'm also like, really? Like, is it like, what do you mean? Like, don't I have like style and stuff? And people are like, no, you just like go for it, just anything goes, and
No,
it's like chaotic sometimes.
When, when we're doing pads and we're doing grappling or we're doing whatever, we put in some crazy stuff as well. Like when we're doing like, it's like we always, like we're doing pads here, we're touching the leg, we're coming up with elbows, we're doing this, we're going over to here, we're doing all stuff in grappling, and it's like that's good because everyone sees the patterns, everyone sees the routine. Let's do some. Get to have the fundamentals there, but let's do stuff that's going to take them off their game, and then that's the way you're going to catch people.
100%.
Like if you know someone's going to throw a jab, cross, hook, kick, or they're going to throw whatever, you know how to defend it. Everyone does it in class every day. If someone's going to do a certain kind of choke, like you're saying, everyone's going to do it, but then you trap the arm in with the choke, you do a certain thing, you touch the leg, you come up with an elbow, you know, things like stuff that people are like, well, no one does that to me in the gym. So let's add them in. The same way we're working with Jesse, like, add little things in where it's like it's not the same. It's not the same as what you see. And the more we can do that, the more you're gonna catch people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have to, but then you can't. Some people do this and everything's random. And it's like you've got no fundamentals, and then people come at you and you crumble. You know what I mean? Like that's where you're not. You got to have the fundamentals, but let's add some like stuff on where it's gonna like bloody catch people out.
Kind of like like rough, like kind of game plan, good, but then adaptability as well, and then you chuck in stuff as well, you know.
And that like that choke wasn't round because I was doing a PT one day. You were doing fighters training, and then you yelled at me because I was next to you, and you're like, "Can I finish from here?" Like, and I think you got Bosch with it. And
no. I'm not saying it's random. I'm saying it's not the usual people go for.
Yeah, because
people turn their back to get a rear naked shot.
Exactly,
like,
he would have
felt. But then
you
get the arm in, you're like, oh, what? This doesn't feel like the usual of what I'm getting caught with. You know what I mean? So that's what's good about it. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit.
The fact that you showed him the last week freaked me out, but then that was fine.
Like he wouldn't have felt. He would have felt safe there because he's got a seatbelt, not a rear naked choke.
Because you go through the steps. Like I roll with Hugh, grab here, grab there. Okay, he's gonna grab my wrist here. Now he's gonna go up my neck, but then suddenly the arm's trapped here, and they're like, oh, I haven't got the arm anymore. Maybe someone's done this to me before, or they do it very rarely. You know what I mean? That's what's good about it.
So I like that hammer fist to the leg as well. So just punch my
leg.
Like,
as two effects that hammer fist to the leg. It's like you hit it. One, it's like you cheeky bastards, and it gives that emotional response to come back at you. Or it's like, what are you doing? And the next minute you're coming up with like different shots. Because we done that in the. Thingy fight, the one before Keith Young fight, and we did it here, you know.
Look at it, beautiful.
That
was tight. You can see he's like.
And then here, I actually forgot he was gonna put a belt around my waist. When he said, I was like, wow, here we go, like. And then there's just there's a whirlwind of emotions there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I won the belt. Like, who do I look at? Like, what do I do? Like, I was also really tired as well. I was a bit like.
But the fact that you talked very well afterwards. But then
I didn't answer the first question very well. He was like, how did you go from your Harry Webb fight to this? And I was like, I can't even remember. I was like pretty tired, and I was just like, oh yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't even know what I said. Then after that, I was like,
I think it was all bang on, and then when you get backstage, it was like just let everything out, you know.
I swear I've got I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's like a God-given thing. I don't know if it's something that I need to like get good at monitoring within myself. But I'll use an ice bath as an example. I think I've got like a really delayed like processing response. I don't even know if this is right? But if I do an ice bath, I'll get in the ice bath, no problem. And that's obviously like a stressful environment, right? And this is why it's meant to be good for like being able to like center yourself. So I'll hop in an ice bath and I'll get in the thing. I'll sit down, neck deep, like drop my head in, hold my breath for like 10, 15, 20 seconds in the ice bath. Everything's zen, like come out, control my breath very quick. And like Ren or Josh at home, they'll be like, man, like you're just chilling. Like how are you just in there? Like how do you do that? I'm like, man, like I'm actually like, I'm okay. I'm calm. Like it's not that bad. Like I'm in. But then when I get out, 5-10 minutes, fine. And I'm like already warming up. I don't know if this is part of the response, but I'll like start like shaking like uncontrollably, but I'm not even cold. I'm just like my teeth will rattle and I'll be really in shock response. And you guys have experienced like after fights, I kind of get that a little bit, and I don't know why. Like when I'm in the cage or I'm fighting, you know, I feel very switched on. There's none of that, and then like afterwards, like kind of like when reality sets in a little bit, or I'm like now I'm allowed to feel, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I'm cutting off everything I feel. I get hit, oh, it doesn't matter. Like look straight back at you. And then after the fight, like, oh, now I'm allowed to feel things. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like, I don't know, I'm like really heightened. I think everything kind of comes
it's just
in.
a massive adrenaline dopamine drop. Everything drops, and then you're like, it's not like unique to you, because a lot of the guys, I walk back and I like, hope we go past the bathroom because he's gonna throw up in a second.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like,
good.
It's like he's just gonna let it out, and I don't know when it's gonna happen. And
yeah,
I mean, it happens to a lot of the guys from here, you know. So I think some people not so much, they don't have it, but because all your fights are pretty intense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you fought like good level guys from the beginning, then you have that big response because they're not being like easy fights usually. You know what I mean?
It'd be nice to not. Does that go? I wanted to go. Like, I feel like it goes. Like, before a fight, I'm like, nah, like it's becoming more like familiar and things like that. Especially like, I mean, I fought a lot. Every fight's still hard, and you still got to deal with the same things. It's not that it just becomes comfortable, but like I don't expect to have that. It's like I forget that I'm gonna have that afterwards. Yeah. I don't expect to have it. I feel, almost like in my head, I feel like no, like I've kind of outgrown that, but I still kind of get it after most fights. Like, I
don't know, I might change, but I might stick with you.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
We'll see how we go with
Doesn't
it.
Doesn't matter. It's once you've won and you're out the back, who cares?
That's what I mean. Just wait till you're out the back and then we'll deal with it. You got all the time in the world.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so now obviously it's good that we'll go through it and watch it again, and it's good to get your perspective. I think people watching, it'd be good to get your perspective of how you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the stuff we worked on in the gym you were doing there, you've obviously got your own flair of when you're in there of things, and there's some stuff in there watching it again like we need to work on. You know, like it's just really good to break it down, and it's really good. I think it's my favourite part of the fight, especially when we're away, is like finish the fight, we're all celebrating, or we're commiserating, whatever it is. And then we go back and watch the video, or we can't watch the video. We sit and we talk about it, and then while it's fresh, it's good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think it was really good. We went back and we were up to like 3:30 in the morning.
We were 3:30 a.m. watching a video that my brother and my dad sent to me. With my brother and my dad. Shout out to my dad Jeff and my brother Shane. Because I had commentary on the back of the video. Could hear my whole family.
Watching a video of someone watching your fight. Yeah. So we're watching because we couldn't get the access to it. And it wasn't until we watched all that, and then we suddenly, we've got access, and then we could watch it again, which was pretty cool, you know. So it was a great weekend.
That was great. Watching back my fight, watching back Jesse's fight, all of us, like 3 a.m. up in the hotel room, like I think we got a little bit of food and stuff. We're all like just like there. Like I thought that was so cool. Hey, like those are the things. I remember like ages ago. I think on the website, the Wolves Den website, you asked me to write a little thing about like my passion in training. I wrote that I like the journey. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Yeah. And like, you know, looking back, those are the things that I really love taking in. I love like looking back, we got to like, you know, fly over and we all got to hang out. We all got to go out and like display the things that we do every day working. We got to like enjoy celebrating like victory for both like Jesse and myself. Crazy performance from Jesse, like just masterclass. Like obviously like winning the belts, like amazing. And then just, you know, friends, family, we're all one. We're there chilling, we're watching it, just taking it all in. And that's like the high. And then like you said, and then getting back into the gym and then getting back to the drawing board and stuff.
It's acknowledging that of the high. Because it's not always going to be like that. Things are going to go wrong, and like, you know, like fights before or fights after, people are going to lose or whatever, and then it's a total different way you feel afterwards. You know what I mean? But you're still just as passionate about whatever you've put into it, and you know it's just part of the journey. Okay, this one they got to work on this, or whatever reason this wasn't clicking, or on that night you both just like were on fire. You know what I mean? Like Jesse got fight the night, you won the belt. It's that's like. You're both just on point, so obviously it makes you feel good as well, you know. So
the funniest thing for me is when we finally, it's like 3:30 a.m. finally lay down, because obviously it's like so hard to sleep, and then we just lay down.
It is with the adrenaline, so hard to sleep.
And then I just hear Ren. She's like, "Oh my God, James, your wife, have you seen this?" I'm like, "What?" She comes running in and you come following, and Jesse pops up, and there's the four of us watching the video she made, and we're just like losing it.
That makes me so happy that the photos of you on your wedding day, I think there was maybe a smirk, maybe a bit of like, I'm too cool for school. And the photos of you looking at me at the fight, you're beaming. And I'm like, this guy. I'm like,
it was so funny.
I'm so sorry, Stacey, but I love that.
It was like, we're all just like laughing. And then, okay, we all go to bed. And then we're laying there. And I'm like laying there. And then Jesse's like, He starts laughing again,
yeah.
mate. He's so funny. Yeah,
Jesse's funny, man.
Yeah,
He's
it was a good time. Yeah,
good trip.
100%.
Yeah.
So good, successful trip.
Good successful trip.
We got the belt here now. I was gonna say.
Again, back in the gym. Obviously, got a few things to work out and sort out with your body, like most people do. And then And then
you don't get like fight of the year fights
Twice.
without
Yeah. It's a
for
build-up,
anyone that doesn't think that anything happened. Yeah, like if you get, I was gonna say like you get injuries from fights, like 2 fight of the year. So definitely a bit of time now just to like decompress.
Yeah.
And get the car serviced.
Yeah.
You know, get a full major service on the car and everything now, and then get back into it.
And then get back into it because we've got a lot of things coming up, and it's gonna be another busy year, I think, for the whole gym.
100%.
The whole gym.
100%.
Got Thai boxing tomorrow. Got 4 fighting like all debuts, so that's gonna be not stressful at all. Like.
Yeah, let's go back to it. Back to it.
So hopefully they do all right and see how the nerves crack
100%.
on.
You'll need to get Jesse on to do the same for Jesse.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Do a review on his fight, Jab Master,
Yeah.
Max Holloway in the making.
I was mocking him the other day. Like, he was before we finished. I was doing the MMA class, and I was like, "Hey guys, we're doing this combination. Like, we're gonna do work on the jab. To be fair, like Jesse, you embarrassed me with your jab." He's like laughing at himself, and I was like,
exactly,
just popping this
jab master.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's the best.
No, awesome.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Well done, guys. Thank you.
Wicked, awesome. Congratulations. Very proud of you. I know James is as well. And we'll hopefully be back. We're back next week, Robin, or not? When do you go away? Now we've got to find out when Robin's free these days, because like she's always away on camp and
young Robin,
professional
traveling the
athlete
world
and whatnot. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, we just like mega fighters. Like she's going around the world.
I want to come and watch one of your rugby games. I really do. That's the next thing. You got to sort me out for that. Hopefully, I can get tickets now that I'm champ or something for one of your rugby games. Yeah, there we go.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Awesome.
Cheers.
See you guys. Thank you.